EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a second and long. On second down, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw, it's Murray. It's complete to Graham. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
To throw is Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On the ground is is Johnson. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. It's Carson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So with 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only...
He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
At the 34-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, he's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. On first down, Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit in stride, and he can was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and he slings one that's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They run it with Carson, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught by Bryant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
22 yards. First down, Seahawks.
58, come on. 14.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Get it, boy. Get it, boy.
16-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. And he's across the chalk, into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even 1st half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return is Peterson. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down.
Switch! Switch! 61. Match box!
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the edge. 22 check cover. 22 check.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They can't hang with us.
A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to look deep down. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On first down, Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 36 power.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Cardinals 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch the shit!
Johnson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check it back.
They run again with Carson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them are running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And the catch made by Johnson. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. He also noted that he's really comfortable in this scheme. It's like his college days at Northern Iowa when he was part of a team that based out of a shotgun with a running quarterback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. They do go for it. It's Murray. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, the ball. Go 14. 50 inches of mic. Go 50 inches of mic. Crunch time, defense.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Operating from the gun. Wilson, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Wilson, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
So on fourth down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
How want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Murray now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Murray now. And he's going to go down again. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Open man is Kirk, complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The sack by Justin Ellis. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Man, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it.